a couple of different ways to look at this game, and I have to say I didn't lock anything in just yet here, but it's a couple ways to like. I did see Ralph giving some TNA, pretty much saying road teams or teams like the Wizards playing their third straight road game before the All Star break aren't very successful against the spread. And this is also a Wizards team who hasn't been that good on the road this year. They're 13 and 18 straight up, and with the point spread like -3, I usually just look at the straight up because that's pretty much just asking these teams to win the game. And Minnesota, on the other hand, they have been winning. They're 20 and 12 straight up there. And this is a team that they've won 2 or 3 games since the trade deadline, and they're happy to let D'Angelo Russell go. He was a guy that was not liked over there. They're 4-2 so far this season without him. They do have the rest advantage here. I know rest advantage hasn't been that great this season, but all time home favorites with the rest advantage win straight up 72.5% of the time. And even in a down year this year, they're winning straight up 66.5% of the time. So like I said, with a point spread like this, with a motivated Minnesota team, after they let D'Lo go, I think they can get the job done at the house. If I'm looking at anything else in this game, I would look, or looking at the Wizard side, I would look at props. And this is a Minnesota team who's bottom 10 defending the three. So two guys that I would consider. I wanted to look at Porzingis first just because I know he shoots the three better as far as percentage wise for, you know, lately, the season, his career. But I do know he's a little bit worse on the road. Versus bottom 10 3-point defenses, he through 20 games, he's averaging 2 3-pointers made, 22.7 points. But when he's on the road, it's a little bit worse. Only 1.3 3-pointers made and 21.8 points. So I go over to Kuzma. He doesn't shoot it as well percentage wise, but he does get the volume. And versus those bottom 10 3-point defenses, in 18 games, he averages 2.8 3-pointers made, 23.6 points. And on the road, it increases, the opposite of Porzingis. He's averaging 25.7 points. So I decided to go with Kuzma here over his 22.5 points. It's also a Minnesota team who ranks 28th as far as points allowed versus forwards. So I think Kuzma's a good play here. And if I'm going to play the full game, I'd have to take the Minnesota side.